Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Club América 1, CF Pachuca 1 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal, leg 1. CF Club América 1, CF Pachuca 1 en la partido ida de las semifinales de la Concachampions de la CONCACAF. Pachuca gets the draw that they needed. They get the away goal. They put themselves in a good position going back home next week. All they have to do is win at home. And they were the better team for most of this match. After they got scored on, they started pushing the ball forward, making better plays. It's a wonder they didn't win, but goals were scored as follows. In the 13th minute, Alejandro Zendejas scores, gets into the box, makes a run, shoots at the short side of the net, near post, gets it past Pachuca in the goal to make it 1-0, 1-0 esta noche. Then in the 40th minute, Andres Micota gets a header goal, heads the ball into the net past Malagon to equal the score at the 40th minute, 1-1, 1-1 esta noche. And right before the half, Pachuca get their goal, Micota, great header. It is a 1-1 draw at the half, 1-1 esta noche. Miro tiempo, goals de visitar para Pachuca, away goals to Pachuca. And that would stay the same going throughout the second half. Full time, it is 1-1, 1-1 esta noche. Pachuca gets the draw. They should have won, in my book, and there wasn't really a standout player. Solomon Rondon probably had his quietest match of the tournament. I wouldn't say worst. Pedraza, not the best. Sanchez, not the best. But they still got it done. They still got it done. América, on the other hand, they had another questionable performance at home, to be totally honest. They haven't had great performances at home during this tournament, especially their own stadium. And that happened again. Happened again. You can't have horrible performances at your own stadium if you want to win a continental trophy. You just can't. Stats are as follows: 13 shots to 11, 4 shots on goal to 3, 60% possession to 40% possession, 504 passes to 324, 85% pass accuracy to 77, 11 fouls, 18, 2 offside to 3, 2 yellow cards to 3, 0 red cards to 0, 3 corners to 6. Again, Pachuca defensively was tough. They played the ball forward. Adrisi had a good couple of chances. If Rondon was on, man, this game would have been a win for Pachuca. They should have won. This game, I'm surprised they lost. Or not lost, but drew. They should have won. Pachuca should have won this game. The fact they didn't is wild, to be totally honest. They played so well throughout these 90 minutes. And yeah, they got scored on by Zendejas very early, and América took the early initiative in this match to push the ball forward, play a better match of football. But in the end, it was really Pachuca who pushed the issue. After they got scored on, they got the ball, and they just kept pushing the ball forward and forward and forward. They made better plays. They drew up a better system. They legitimately defended well at the other end and pushed the ball forward. América did not look like anything special in this match. It is a very true statement that they did not look special in this match. I expected much more from them throughout this football match. I expected much more from Club América, and we didn't see it. We did not see it, and that's the saddest, I wouldn't say the saddest part, but I expected more of a knockdown, drag-out fight. This was more of a somehow you got saved by the bell situation if you're Club América. Yeah, you threw a punch and then you just started getting body shots all night long, and somehow you didn't fall. Somehow you didn't get knocked out. Yeah, you fell down to the ground for 5 seconds, but you end up back up and still got body shots. Seriously, that's exactly what this was. I mean, Pachuca didn't go for the knockout blow when they should have. But América didn't. They turtled. They legitimately turtled. I mean, this game, this was not their night at all. They did not stand at home and say, this is our fortress. This is our place. You got to come to our house and beat us. But they didn't, though. And that's been the whole thing about this tournament. Their best game at home was at Estadio Azul against Real Estelí. Against Chivas, they lost at home. Against the Revs, they allowed 2 goals to the worst team in Major League Soccer. MLS. And they drew to Pachuca, a team who normally has their number in knockout football. Well, here we are. What you gonna do next week? What you gonna do next week? That's exactly where you are, because if you don't do it, you don't get it done, hate to tell you, it's not going your way. You have to draw 2-2 at the very least. 1-1 for extra time, 2-2 to go through outright. You lose on the road, you're out. You win? Well, hell. If you win 2-1, now you would win on away goals. So, a 0-0 draw knocks you out too, by the way. Pachuca could freaking batten down the hatches and wait for you to freaking... They batten down the hatches on you all night long tonight. Who's to say they don't do the same thing next week? And hit you on the counter. They do that, you are done. They batten down the hatches and you can't score 0-0. Guess what? You're out on away goals. Seriously, they got multiple ways to advance. You only have one. And I would say one true way to advance, win by any means necessary, or draw 2-2. And I honestly don't think it's going to be a 3-3, 4-4 draw, or even a 2-2 draw for that matter. Either Pachuca scores multiple goals and you don't, because they've been very good defensively throughout this first game, and they're playing at their home stadium in the second leg, or I see 1-1's possible. I don't see 2-2 as being possible. You pretty much have a very, very narrow walkway if you're Club América to win this tie. I don't know if they can walk on it without falling off. If you're Pachuca, you could be comfortable. You'd be like, we're on the freaking catbird seat. All we got to do is win at home. Or hell, draw 0-0. We're through. And they've already shut you out. -1 moment. Yeah, and you could say, but that first 12 minutes should have yielded 3 goals. 3 goals. Okay. Did it though? See, they did shut you down except for 1. So, what do you want to say? I mean, if you're Club América, you should be very pissed with this result. If you're Pachuca, you should be pretty damn happy considering it's going back to your stadium next week. It's all in your hands. Don't blow it. Simple. But the way they played tells me I don't think they're blowing it. That's what I got to say. So with that being said, I don't think there's a man of the match. I think Pachuca, every player on that team is a star night. There's no man of the match. They all earned that damn result. Simple as. So, good game for Pachuca. For Club América, they got to scratch their heads and crack up a plan while playing a Liga MX match on the weekend. Yeah, also, let's remember that. With that being said, we'll stop with that. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. But it's a playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for a live watch along and review of Toronto FC versus Simcoe County Rovers in the Canadian Championship. We got a big one, boys. Let's do it. Get that win. And I'll also be live for the first round of the NFL draft on Thursday night. See you the Patriots pick up at 3rd. So, and we'll do the whole first round. So, with that being said, there will be some on Thursday for y'all as well. With that being said, I'm riding them out. Peace. See you later.